Any and every individual that you admire in any realm of success starts with them having a sense of self. Hi, my name is Mike Johnson. You may know me from The Bachelorette Season 15 or Bachelor in Paradise Season 6. I'm also an author of a book called Making the Love You Want, and I'm also an Air Force veteran and relationship coach. Contrary to popular belief, even if they themselves don't know it, when I became the leader of my boot camp, when I joined the military and the Air Force, I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew one thing. I have to have confidence in my actions, even when I didn't have an answer to why I did something. This confidence is a pillar to creating the life that you desire. I've been attendee of San Antonio Startup Week for a few years now, and I remember the first time that I heard Alexander Hilmy speak. He used confidence, grit, determination, and a relentless pursuit of achieving his goals. I resonated with him simply from him speaking about his business adventures. When I saw Alex speaking, I knew if he did it, so can I. And I want you guys listening to know that so can you. Some may ask themselves, Mike, how the hell do I even achieve that in business when I'm new, I'm lost, starting over, and the list goes on. The way to grow in confidence is by continually showing up, continually doing the things that it takes to achieve what you want. Let's say you're wanting to be an author, for example, but you've never written a book. Me. You barely passed high school English. College, that's for smart people. The way to grow in confidence is by not only starting, but restarting every single day. Writing a bit more when you get stuck. You don't take too much time off. You don't take too much time sulking, but rather you figure out who and or what can help you. You get that confidence and you get that help by simply asking for advice. You seeking for that advice. And then you show up time and time again, the next day, again and again, until one day you look up and you're an author. It sounds crazy, but it's the truth. What do you think happens to that person that had a dream and they actually accomplished it? I'll ask that again. What do you think happens to that person that had a dream and they actually accomplished it? They've grown to trust themselves. That's what. Trust in self with a particular topic is what gives us confidence. You may have picked up on the next pillar, which is grit. It's absolutely vital to creating the life that you desire. You see, when I was studying to become a financial advisor, I went through one of the hardest breakups of my life, which directly led me into a deep depression, one in which suicidal thoughts came to mind. I would study for my Series 7, but every word in that boring book, I couldn't think of nothing else but my ex's name. The easy thing to do for me was to retreat, isolate, close myself off. I mean, it happens to the best of us. The pressure to perform and to achieve can be daunting. That's what a true startup entrepreneur thrives in, especially when they don't even know it yet. Yes, especially when they don't even know it yet. They're being born. You see, someone who has grit sticks with it. They do their research and they know that it's possible. It just boils down to, quite honestly, strength. Strength of one's character. When I was lauded for numerous awards for being a #1 financial advisor in my company through the state, the struggle made the journey and destination that much more mesmerizing. The hate to lose more than the love to win mentality. That's what we're talking about here. To achieve grit, the key is to zone in and forgo all the distractions as best as humanly possible. The human mind is capable of propelling you to heights you've never thought possible. I smile when I say that because I know it to be true. I'm a living testimony, and I will continue to be. The last pillar I'll speak to today is self-limiting beliefs. This can break a person. Let's be honest. We've all been there as well. If I were ever going in order of importance, this would easily be #1. You must only consume media that is aiding you, aiding your development, not crushing your spirit. To be an entrepreneur and make a living from it, you have to be okay with adversity on all levels that most can't even fathom. You have to deal with the fact that your mother, your father, the loved ones you have, your spouse may tell you that you might not be able to do it. You have to have unwavering faith within self. Imagine this if you haven't already seen it. An Olympic swimmer. Take Michael Phelps, for example, the most awarded Olympian of all time. Imagine in high school, he constantly telling himself at swim practice he can't do it. He won't. He shouldn't even try. He begins to allow the words of naysayers to creep into his mind, and ultimately, he decides against trying to become an Olympic athlete. Let's pulverize self-limiting beliefs, stand in our power, understand the only easy day was yesterday, grow in confidence with every accomplishment, and create the life that we all see for ourselves. I believe in you, but do you? Again, my name is Mike Johnson. You don't know me from my past, but I grew up in Dallas, Texas. I grew up a little hoodlum. I grew up in a tough environment to where I used to eat college rolled paper for dinner because I was scared to tell my mom that I was still hungry. She was a single parent raising multiple children off $31,000 a year. I'm a kid that is a mentor with Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I have my mentee who asked me about Black Lives Matter and what's going on in our society right now. I can continue for days about the adversities that I've gone through, the achievements that I've accomplished, but none of that matters because I care about you, and I need you to create the life that you desire. I want you to make the love that you want. If you want more steps on how you can achieve the love that you want, pick up my new book called Making the Love You Want. It's available on MikeJohnsonSmile.com because I got a big smile. Or you can go to Amazon and get it up there as well. You can find me on Instagram, Mike Johnson, Twitter, Mike Johnson 1_. TikTok, don't pay attention to that. But in all seriousness, I can't express enough that you have to believe in yourself so much. You have to work harder than Michael Jordan. You have to work harder than Michael Phelps. You have to work harder than Mike Johnson. You have to be the hardest worker that you know. No excuses. I want you to love it. I was listening to a statement by Doc Rivers. He's an NBA coach. He said he hates the term practice. Oh, we're going to NBA practice. We're going to basketball practice. As an entrepreneur, it's not practice. It's not hard work. It's doing your job. Entrepreneurs, we're the only people that rather work 80 hours than work 40 hours. You need to love what you do, be passionate about what you do, because quite honestly, your passion excites me. Your passion excites your customers. Get on it. I think that, let's say Adam Silver, he's an NBA commissioner. Mm-hmm. If LeBron James catches COVID, he's not going to tell us, right? Think about it. That's pretty much fact, right? Because he needs LeBron James, right?
Right.
So I feel like that's kind of how the world is going as well. If you have it, take care of yourself. Get better. Don't do anything obnoxious.
Right.
CNN on their IG, they put if you're having sex They wear face masks and stuff like that. It's ridiculous.
Wait, CNN?
No way.
Yeah, I can show you.
That's so weird.
It's absurd.
Way.
No way.
It's another level, right? But I think that, I think that as humans we're meant to be around someone.
Yeah, we're humans.
That's one of the basic things as being a human being, and I think that it's been 9 months now, so I think we're kind of relaxing our reins a bit, and Big Brothers Big Sisters did it as well. They made sure I don't have COVID. They made sure he don't have COVID or his family. And I just took him to talk about a few weeks ago. He talking crap about me.
Nice. Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, he's in 8th grade. He plays football. He's we're gonna go walking for a 2-mile walk. Just chop it up.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Chop it up.
That's dope.
He want to be great. And I am not. I'm very nice, but I'm not a yes man to him.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you want to play football? If you mess with me, you're gonna be good. I'm that person. And
let's go.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Dude, yeah, that's we were talking earlier. It's we feel like the trend now, or not the trend, but what a lot of people are noticing or starting to realize is this love is just that central thing, right? And it's whether it be love for your passion or love for your family or your partner or whatever you're doing. I mean, you're showing love to this kid by being hey, you have to have a standard for yourself. You have to I have a standard for myself. So if you're aligned with me, you're also going to be on that level. So I feel what are the ways have you seen in your life love being love pointing you in different directions? What important things about your existence has love touched? If you understand what I'm saying.
I remember I worked at Walmart.
Yeah.
And I'm super always smiling and happy. I'm a little corny dude. Mm-hmm. And I was a customer service manager. I come up to this lady, I say, how you doing, Ash? She's like, oh, I'm okay. She said, how are you doing? I said, I'm blessed and highly favored. Thank you for asking. Being genuine. And she asked me what she needed or whatever, and she walked away. A few weeks later, she comes back in. She comes up to me, hugs me, right? Mm-hmm. it's this lady. I work at Walmart. I see thousands of people a day. I'm
Right.
like, who are you? Like, we ain't got no kids. Like, what's the deal? And she started tearing up, and she was like, you don't remember me, but I came in a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I asked how you were doing. You said you were blessed and highly favored. She said I was going to. She was coming to Walmart to get supplies to kill herself.
What?
But just by my like
just by
genuine care,
Mm-hmm.
it gave her help. It gave her hope in humanity.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's probably the biggest thing that has happened.
Wow.
And I remember post show going to the Post Malone concert, and like I know that some people know who I am, but I don't give a damn. I'm like turned up. If I'm going to a concert, hey,
Enjoy
cool, you want to take a
yourself.
picture? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm turned up.
Yeah.
Right? And this lady, I was down in the pit. I like mosh pit and that stuff. My first mosh pit ever was Nick. What's the group? Starts with an M.
I wish I could read your mind right now. I wish I could read your mind
They're
right
a huge
now.
group. They started M. It's a rock group.
Oh, Metallica.
Metallica. It was a Metallica
okay.
mosh pit. I was loving
Mike, you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, I love mosh pit. Yeah, that's my first mosh pit. It was dope.
Wow.
But, I was at the Post Malone concert in Dallas. A lady comes up to me crying,
Yeah.
and like I'm not one to cry easy, but I'm getting emotional because you crying, and she knows who I am. And her dude come over, he started tearing up.
What?
And I'm like, what's going on?
Right.
Like,
Why am I crying?
Yeah, and she told me that she was battling chemo while I was. This is crazy to say. She was battling chemo while I was on TV on The Bachelorette, and like just my personality, she said gave her strength.
Wow.
And like I'm like, yo, that's wild. Yo, like I'm just
you're just doing you.
You're just doing me. You're just being 100, right? Wow. And I remember I went on Bachelor in Paradise. The only reason I did it, this is something that no one knows. The only reason I did it was because they called me like twice a day, every day, and I was like, no, I ain't doing it. And my grandma, I remember she was dying, and they were telling me that she was telling me she got happy. She was like, yo, me and my nurse, that's all we talk about. And I was like, damn, I gotta give her something else to talk about.
Yeah.
And so I did it for that. I would say that those are three things that love has been, placed. I would definitely say that.
That's amazing.
Well, the positivity is something we also touched on, and how that influences people, because everybody wants to be, positive and be around people who give that off. And I kind of want to take that question and flip it and reverse it and ask you, how do you practice love for yourself, right? And because the self-love is so important, and I think that's something that, with your book you wanted to talk about, is creating that love for your life and for your future. So what are some things that, you do in your day-to-day to maintain that love for yourself?
Take breaks. Straight
Take
up.
breaks?
Take
Rest.
breaks.
That's
Take
important.
take self
That's important.
take self breaks. I will legit turn my phone off and just for a couple hours do whatever the hell I want to do
Disconnect.
and just disconnect, completely disconnect, and just have me, myself, and our time, alone time, and just legit cut everything off, cut everybody off, right?
That's big.
I would say it's pretty dope to me, like what I spoke about. It makes myself smile when I trust myself when I do something, because I have asthma, right? So for example, if I'm on a plane and I look at my little backpack and I see my inhaler, I'm like, damn, Mike, you got your back, bro. that makes me. It's the small
wins,
thing.
yeah.
That makes me happy. That makes Mike, you
got you, bro.
Love.
See that self-talk, that internal talk is positive too.
That
I like
internal
that.
talk, and also that constant. People don't think of those little wins as goals, but something that, personally in my life I've found has made me more confident, speaking of confidence being one of those pillars, is having those goals every day. Having something that you're looking forward to, whether it's a little thing like remembering to pack your inhaler, that's a win. I'm always the one to forget my purse, or I leave my phone and then I'm running back in 3 times and I'm like, oh, I didn't grab, my keys. And so I think that, if you could speak a little bit more to goals and what role that plays.
Oh
in
man, I can speak
your life.
forever on that. It's funny, I got there's a chapter in my book called Just One Win, and underneath that chapter is there's a quote by a late great deceased rapper named Nipsey Hussle. It's a quote that he gives. I won't spoil it right now, but I'm huge on goals. In my apartment, I got 3 blackboards. Well, let me go back a little bit. Before going on TV, I lived in a house, and I was telling you that I'm creating a TV show right now. I don't never have a TV in my bedroom. In this apartment or this house, the wall in front of my bed was just a whiteboard. It was like 4.5 feet tall by
Nice.
12 feet long, right? And I was just right on there, what I'm doing. And now I'm making it happen now. So even if,
Write it down. You gotta write it down.
83% of what the things that you write down comes to fruition. 83%. It's crazy. It might not come to fruition in the time that you wanted it.
Right.
Because like I went on TV, it wasn't the timing, but I came back to it, right? Because it's the subconscious mind.
It's the intentionality.
Yeah. My favorite book is The Power of the Subconscious Mind, right? And so my goals, I look at every single day. Like they're right there in my bedroom right now.
Yep.
I have 3 blackboards, and I just have my goals right there. And even if I don't, it just becomes a lifestyle. Like I'll tell you, I'm gonna get a future. I like tattoos, obviously. A future tattoo I'm going to be is going to be right here on my neck. It's going to say lifestyle because it's not about goals. It's about making that goal
Your life.
your life, right? And turn it into. It's not a goal no more when it's your life. Like you want to be the best at what y'all do, the production. That's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do, right?
That's it.
And then when you need time to be by yourself, y'all tripping.
Yeah.
Just go.
Exactly.
Just go away.
I've
But
never
yeah.
heard it put that way, but it's the combination. It's not just about doing it. It's about making it who you are.
Yeah,
And that's so cool.
Legit. Like I want to have, just for myself, I want to have, and I got a couple competition with some homies.
Yeah.
I want to have a very nice body, right? I need to make that a lifestyle change, right? I can stop drinking less, things like that. It's not a goal. It's more of the journey to that goal, right? The journey to writing my book. The goal was to write a book, but it became more of, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Who do I need to hire? Right? And they tell me what I'm doing. And now it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Being here with y'all right now, I told you I had 5 interviews earlier today.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Legit.
That's crazy.
Congratulations. And then I'm about to go home and pack, right? It's a
Yeah.
true lifestyle at this point in time now. Like, my homeboy calls me Mr. I'ma do it.
Mr. I'ma do
I
it.
love that.
That's what he calls
I
me.
love that.
He called me a few years ago. And for me personally, when I say something, I do it straight up.
Word.
Like whether it be a woman that I'm talking to, I'm like, yo, I'll never cheat on you. I'm gonna do it. Like how apologetic I was to you because I feel like I'm not being professional to you. It pisses me the hell off, right? And I'm not doing what I know I can do, right? My ultimate ability. So I mean, I know I'm going on a tangent and I'm bloviating at this point, but
It's important though.
Yeah.
It's important.
legit, write your goals down. I don't care how corny it sounds. 83% of it comes to fruition anyway. Read that joint every day. Read it once every day. If you skip a day, it's no big deal. But just keep
But
reading.
don't skip 2 days.
Yeah. Don't skip a day. I remember when I joined the
That's my
military.
rule. That's actually my literal rule.
Really?
I have
Don't skip
I have a 2-day rule. I have it specifically with the gym because of the consistency thing of like if this is going to be part of my lifestyle, I got to create
Yeah.
some hard boundaries around that stuff. And so I have a 2-day rule where it's like, okay, you can miss 1 day, but you
I
can't miss
like
2.
that 2-day rule. Yeah.
And
That's a good
so that helps keep me in check. That's like
a good rule.
That's like what you said earlier about what's your standard for yourself.
Yeah,
That's yours.
That's your standard. That's
your
good.
standard. That's your
That's
standard.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
your line.
and I mean, if we were like hypothetically like cooking up, some self-confidence.
Let's cook it up.
If we're like sprinkling a little bit of goals in there,
Yeah.
exactly like that. If you can do it with style too, that's cool. You can do that. But what else would you? We've got goals and we've got kind of love. What else would you say is part of the mix of confidence
The mix of confidence,
in your life, in your certainty in yourself,
Spill the beans.
charisma.
charisma,
And charisma is just having fun.
fun.
Charisma is not taking yourself too serious.
That's important. That's important.
Spit.
Snap.
Spit.
You'll see me like
That's
legit.
important.
One of the funnest dates ever is to go to a trampoline park and just be stupid.
Just be dumb.
Like, it's so fun. you know?
Exactly.
It's just fun. Just be stupid sometimes. Just be goofy.
I think that's so important. Like I remember the day that I realized, I was like, oh, I think most people's problem is that they just take themselves way
Yeah.
too seriously.
Like, nah.
And then I was like, cool, I don't feel so bad about being like a goofball or
Yeah.
like, just being a nerd and just doing whatever I want. Then let's just have fun. And it was like immediately just weight
When
drops.
you do that,
yeah.
You
Other
make other people like, oh,
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
can do this too.
Mhm.
I bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna geek out over this, bro. You want to see you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and then
Yeah.
that's charisma, right? That's being charismatic.
It's pretty dope.
When you don't care too much about yourself or whoever you are, you can be the president of USAA.
Right.
You walk up in there cool, like
And then everybody else is cool. They're like, whoa,
Gotta be
that's
fearless. You gotta be fearless and authentic. I think that really comes through. The authenticity is important.
When you're authentic, it makes everything better. So like, I have a whole production crew like this, right? That I'm in charge of. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I'm so authentic. I let them know, bro. I hired you, homie. I trust you.
Yeah.
That's me being authentic. I trust you to do your job, right? And then that confidence to instill in someone else is like super dope.
That's dope.
Like y'all were giving me, like, 'cause I'm messing
And
up.
trust. And trust. You
Yeah.
know, trusting the people around you, having that community that supports you and pushes. That's what we're talking about too. Having that community that pushes you forward, and that allows you to do that.
That's like, if I can give an award to someone, it would give it to like my 3 biggest homies for keeping me in line.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like if I ever won like a Grammy or something,
Yeah.
I would give it to them.
Wow.
Because like your support system is like
Is everything. Yeah.
Everything. And I mean, it's everything.
And there's all those sayings. Tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. So
That's why,
also-
straight up, that's why I moved when I came back to America from the military. If you get my book, you should get my book. You'll know how I used to act, and how I used to be a little hoodlum. And I was like, I'm not moving back to Dallas.
Yeah.
I'm moving to San Antonio. I don't know nobody in San Antonio.
You can
Therefore,
kind of recreate yourself.
I can recreate myself and be the man that I envisioned for myself, which is like a super dope human being that I would like want a mentee to look up to one day, right? And so I was like, now I can create the friends that I want. Even though I like my old friends, I'm just gonna be a little bit removed. I'll hang out with you when I want to party.
Right.
And that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to party? I bet. I bet. Today's Sunday, bro. I gotta go back home.
Right.
Like,
Got
That's
stuff to
cool.
do. Got
Yeah.
stuff to do.
Relocating. I think I remember like one of the biggest moments, and this is like just a story of like how Mike, so speaking of partying, how Mike is just an authentic human being. So I remember one time, I don't know if you remember this, but sometimes I remind you about it.
Yeah.
But we went, I don't know what club we were at in San Antonio, but it was like one of those like SA singles night things. And you were there, and like we're all drinking and stuff, and I think I was taking pictures. And I remember like I was just kind of doing my own thing in the corner, and like you just walked up over to me, and you were like, "Hey man, I gotta tell you something." And I was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, Mikey's like a little bit tipsy at that point. He's like a little bit tipsy, but he was just like, "I gotta tell you something from the heart,
Him out
man."
on camera. That's
Legit,
great.
no, like legit. He was like, he said, "Yo, Damien, I just want to let you know, like, you're a nice guy, and just be careful." And I was like, "What? Like, where is this coming from?" He was just like, "Just be careful, because people might use that against you. People might use." And I was like, "Damn!" Like,
where is this coming from?
Yeah, like we're like in the middle of like a party, and he was just like, "Yo, I gotta have a heart to heart with you right now." And I was like, he was like, "You're like, people might use that against you, so just be careful." And like that was it. Like you were like just went back to the dance floor. I was like, "Thanks, Mike." But like honestly, when I think about it, like it was that piece, that like little piece of advice was at a very like important time for me too, because it was just like I was kind of like on the fence about like how I wanted to portray myself, especially like in relationships and things. Like I was single and just kind of doing my thing, and I was like, man, like it made me think about it every time like I had an interaction. It was just like you didn't have to do that. Like we were all just partying and having like a regular, but it was just like you cut the ice, and I was like, that's interesting.
I don't know why.
I'm not gonna forget that. Yeah, it was.
That's one thing I need to stop doing. I am so direct.
Why? No.
Sober, drunk, don't matter. If I have a thought, I'm like.
But it's that. Yeah, don't stop, dude. Because honestly, like that was something that you needed to say. Like you felt like it was important, and shoot, it mattered to me. Like I was like, that is an interesting thought.
You're an incredible human being, bro.
Well,
Like you're.
I feel like I'm experiencing a bromance right now. I'm like, wow, the love is so real. But you opened up about your struggles with depression, and I think you never know what people are going through.
Right.
You never know when somebody needs to hear that. Hey, have a good day. I hope you're doing okay.
Yeah, that
Checking
was
in with our
important for
friends
me.
is so important.
Facts.
And so I think the mental health component. How do you find that balance between striving for that version of your ideal self, and being hard on yourself to achieve your goals without, lacking in the emotional department? How do you take care of yourself that way?
Beautiful question. You need to be a reporter.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good. You're good.
Well, I ask things that I genuinely want to know.
No,
You know,
facts.
these are things that are so important in mental health, especially during COVID. Are you kidding me?
Right, yeah.
I'm like, if you're not going a little bit crazy, it's hard.
something's wrong.
We're
Yeah.
all kind
Especially-
of going through that collective trauma right now. So
Absolutely.
mental health, I'm like, it's top of mind for me. How are people taking care of themselves? What are people doing to like
Absolutely.
continue to be focused?
So, I mean, you know, the most underutilized antidepressant is exercise.
True.
The most underutilized
Wow.
antidepressant is
Yeah.
exercise.
Facts.
So, the first thing I told you guys, I bought a bike. I work out all the time, but I bought a bike just to do a like 25 mile ride, you know, just solo dolo,
Yeah.
just get it in. You gotta get that bike in because the endorphins run, right? But I would say to your previous question, or to your question, like, for me personally, I am hard on myself. Like, I ain't gonna front, I really am hard on myself, but I'm such a goofball. Like, uber goofball. Like, I probably go extra hard on the goofiness, you know, once I am able to. Right? So my book comes out this Friday. Guess what I'm gonna be doing?
Relaxing. Relaxing.
Just being a goofball. Then the
Yeah.
next day, I
Right.
got my
Back
TV
to
show. My book comes out Friday. Saturday, I got a TV show, right? And I take a lot of breaks, right?
Yeah.
They say Albert Einstein, I don't know if this is true, so don't quote me. They say, I don't even believe it myself, but this is what I've been told, is that he's awake 10 minutes and sleeps 5 minutes. Awake 10 minutes and sleeps 5 minutes. I don't believe that crap, but just taking those breaks throughout the day.
And having fun.
Yeah.
Balancing fun with focus.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's
That's what makes it. I think that when I was in the military, my favorite commander or boss, manager, civilian terminology, was I remember hitting him up and I gave him something like I gave you. I was straight with him. I was like, bro, keep doing you, homie. I love the way you lead us. Like, I was very direct with him. And then I kept back going to the party. I was drunk too. But
Let's go.
he was so good
2 cents
because
of wisdom, just a little nugget.
yeah, just a little nugget. You know, he was so good as a leader because I need you to do this right now. Damn, bro, Jack look cute. You know, like, it's just it's like a cool balance.
Yeah.
It's like a cool
Yeah.
balance.
Like
It's
you're not taking it so serious. You're not
Yeah.
overthinking it.
yeah, it's like, hey, we got a deadline. This gotta get done today, bro. Last weekend though,
That's cool. Yeah.
make sure we get this done.
Just balancing
Just
the
like
fun.
before
Yeah.
you leave, you're
Yeah,
like,
you know, it's like I like that person right
Yeah.
there. They're not sugarcoating nothing. They're just balancing it out, and I think that's how to accomplish self-love and to achieve at a high rate. Like I know, I keep bringing up sports. I know so many athletes speak on. I'm speaking of NBA. It's a job, right? At the end of the day, it's a job, and they start to lose when they look at it strictly as a job. But when they start having fun with it, like LeBron, bro, how you miss that layup on me? Bro, you know, you can, bro, I said, when you dunk right there, I saw your little ball spot, you know, and just having fun with it, but at the end of the day, knowing that, yo, we gotta get this done.
Yeah.
We gotta get this done. I think my team loves working with me because I'm very hard, but I also, like today, when I was on the phone, when you came back in the second
Right.
time, I said I had 1 minute, and I went into it and I said, hold up, how you doing today? I was like, everybody has time to ask that question,
Right.
and genuinely listen to it. And if she was feeling bad for that whole time, then that would have been it. But guess what? She's gonna work 10 times harder for me because I'm showing love to her. Because love is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Straight up. If we're a collective, you feeling bad, and there's a project due today, I have to ask you how you doing. I have to. I have to. Now, I'm not saying be a victim mindset because I wouldn't want you on my team. If you are a victim, right? Because I think that we all at times have to. The word itself is self-love. We have to take accountability for ourselves and know when we're being a victim, right? Be introspective, like, yo, I'm being a little bitch right now. You know? But then also the people around you got to show love to you as well.
Yeah.
Wow, that cycle. Yeah, I like that. That's dope.
The I in love is important.
Yeah, that's what it is. For me, for me, I swear. I remember writing, I told my homegirl one time, I was like, it's gonna be hard for me to make excuses if I keep accomplishing my goals. I was like, it's gonna be kind of hard. Because like when you start accomplishing your goals,
Yeah.
you set forth, you get the body that you want because fitness is big to you, right? you build. It's like a meter. It's like Legos. Goal accomplished. Boom. Lego right here. You know. Goal accomplished. Boom. Lego right here. That's San Antonio Star Week. Y'all want to make it the biggest thing in Texas. Y'all make it that. Boom. Goal accomplished. Mentally, subconsciously, like, shit, I did that. I can do this too.
Right.
Once you do it so many times, it's like, I can't make excuses because I know I can do it.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that's
you
how
give
you-
yourself the reference experience.
That's what it comes down to at the end of the day, and this is something we were talking about a little bit earlier. Is it's the choices you make every day, and so I mean, do you have
That's
like,
all it is.
Do you have a particular process for like habits, or like what's your
So-
recommendations?
Oh yeah,
Good question.
that's a great question because it's 180 from pre-TV to post-TV, right? Post-TV, I could have gone back to work. I chose not to. I was a financial advisor before. I'm extremely diligent with my income, my money, and so I have a couple of dollars now to be an entrepreneur and live continually the lifestyle I want to live, which is I'm very blessed because most entrepreneurs don't get to live a nice life and have multiple businesses running at the same time.
Yeah.
So for me, it's way different. So like, perfect example, texting you at 1 in the morning, knowing I have to get this done, but also having to mail off all my pre-order packages, right? When I could have done extracurricular activities and just effed it off, right?
Right.
And so that was my choice. But I would say pre-TV, it was, this is crazy, not telling nobody to do this. I woke up at 4:18 in the morning because I read a book that said the top people wake up at 4:30. So I feel like if I can beat them by 12 minutes every 5 days, that's 60 minutes. So I have an hour up on them.
That mindset.
And then legit, wake up at 4:30. I would go to the gym. I would study Spanish for 10 minutes because to get my mind off of something else. And then when I'm at work, my homie will tell you this. He's the one that calls me Mr. I'ma do it. When I'm at work, I don't care how good of friends we are. I'm at work, I'm getting this done. I'll make a joke about you, I'm getting it done. Then after work, that's when I'm goofy again.
Right.
Like my homeboy, we went to Belize together. He was like, as soon as we got back on the plane, he was like, Mike, can we at least get to America before you start getting out adult mode again? Because like, I'm just ready to go.
Yeah.
But when I'm off, I am be stupid. It's crazy. It's wild. It's fun. It's person. But when I'm on, I'm on.
Wow.
Starts with mindset and then kicks in the discipline, and you just have a killer
That's what
combo.
that
You
sounds
can't go
like,
wrong.
discipline, yeah.
You can't go wrong.
Discipline is everything.
Yeah.
Discipline is like, that's, see, if it wasn't gonna be discipline, I changed the discipline to lifestyle because I think that discipline in and of itself is
Part of the lifestyle.
a life choice that you made for yourself.
This is true.
Like you can't go 1 or 2 days. I don't even consider that discipline, but that's just a lifestyle for you. That's like what I'm gonna do. My new roommate, I love him as a roommate because he's gonna make me give him one of my goals, my body right. It's a lifestyle for him to eat right.
Right.
It ain't even discipline no more. He will go 10 minutes out the way to go get something healthy. I'm like, bro, like, we got this elote right here. He's like, it's going good right here.
It's convenient. The things that are convenient are so hard to say no to.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. 'Cause he is
Retweet.
Retweet.
Like, oh, but it's convenient. And that's
That's
the
true.
struggle. It's the time. It's balancing the convenience with the effort.
Right.
I think it's just, again, my balance comes from just, that's why this tattoo actually right here. This tattoo,
Man, that tattoo is actually mad detailed.
ballerina, it means that there's beauty and balance. That's exactly what that is a representation of.
Wow.
Love that.
To what you were saying right there.
Wow.
There's beauty and balance in life. So my balance is,
And in fun. And
Hell
in
yeah.
dance.
And then
That was the most beautiful balance.
slowest, cringe-worthy.
stuck halfway.
It's okay, you're not wearing proper ballet shoes.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
all
it
good.
is.
It's all
If you
good.
had a tutu on, yeah.
Hey, we made it though.
Yeah. Man. Mike, appreciate you, big dog. Absolutely.
You guys.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So good to see you.
Let me be a reporter.
Yeah. Absolutely.